In this episode, I introduce some basic tools for lead playing, like hammers and pulleys and bending stuff. Hello and welcome to Axe Tuts, the show where I show you, the viewer, stuff and things that I know about guitar playing and music theory. I'm your host, Ray George. Today I wanted to talk about a few techniques that are essential to melody and solo playing on the guitar. You'll find that the way artists perform these techniques will vary from person to person, but I'm going to try and show you the basics. From there you can develop your own style and way of using them. So I'll start off by telling you about each one of the techniques, then I'll show you some examples of using them afterwards. Let's start with the pull-off. This is when you play a note, then while sustaining the note, drag the fretting finger down off the string, basically plucking the string with that finger and playing the note below on the same string. And kinda opposite to the pull-off is the hammer-on. This is where after playing your initial note and keeping it sustained, you hammer down another finger to the same string at a higher fret. And now the bend up. This is when you increase the pitch of a sustained note by pulling the string with your fretting hand, either up or down depending on preference and also which string you're playing. Obviously you can't bend the first string down or it'll come off the neck, and vice versa with the sixth string. You can also go back the other way after bending a note to decrease the pitch. This is called a letdown. If you were to bend a note before playing it, then play a letdown, this is called a pre-bend. If you were to perform a bend up and not allow the consequential note to sustain, this is called a cut-off. The last in the string moving kind of techniques is the vibrato. This is basically where you bend and let down the string very slightly and rapidly, giving a waving kind of sound. And the last technique is a slide or a gliss, which is short for glissando. This is when you slide onto a note as opposed to fretting it in the normal way. It can be performed ascending or descending onto the final note. Okay, now I'll show you an example of each of them on the guitar. Try playing them as I do, then experiment with adding them to your own playing. These techniques need to basically become second nature. And that's everything for this episode. Remember to click the like button if you enjoyed it, share it with your guitar friends, and post your questions or suggestions in the YouTube comment section, or on twitter.com/RayGeorge.